All right, everyone, welcome back to round 2 of the Goofball Goals Tournament of Shame. My second round opponent is none other than the Eggman himself, Northernlion. What's going on?
Not too much. How's it going with you?
Hey, I'm just dusting off myself off that whipping that Nick just put on me. How did your first game go?
Okay. Maybe you've watched the video by this point in the future, but I was beating Mathis 3-0, and then he said, "Oh, does this game have any sound options?" And he hit escape and backed out. And I was like, "Okay, well, we'll just start over, and we'll play it." And I won 2-0, but with like 45 seconds left, it was 1-0, and he came probably like an inch away from actually putting a goal in. So I got real lucky, actually, to not have to go to overtime.
Wow, and
I was impressed.
yeah, that's pretty impressive out of Mathis, considering he's picked as one of the worst players in this tournament. But also for you, you got to keep up with Nick, because this tournament, we play a season, and based on how many points you scored, could affect your seeding. I mean, there's a lot on the line here.
It's true. I want to be, ideally I want to be number 1 or number 2, but I guess the best way to do that is just make sure that I don't lose, and I beat Nick in the game that we play together, but that could go either way.
There you go. All right, you ready to kick this thing off?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Let's do it.
All right, good luck.
Oh, I'm blue. Oh, that's a huge disadvantage.
Why do you say that?
I'm almost always red, because I'm used to sending the challenges. It took me a second there. That's all right. It's all right. We'll just, if I get scored on, I'll just count that as the reason.
It's part of my strategy.
Yeah, it throws me off on the back foot already.
Well,
Right.
I've yet to score a goal.
That's something that's interesting, is that actually all of the people that lost didn't score any goals in the last round. So
What do you
that might end up being an important tiebreaker, weirdly enough.
What do you attribute that to? Just an overmatched field, or what?
Yeah, I guess. Oh,
Wow.
snap. Oh, wrong direction. Oh, Dan.
Get in there. Oh. Nice save. Nick was pulling off these crazy bicycle kick shots.
Nick is a flashy player, I stick to the fundamentals. Nick plays flashy. It's like the difference. I'm trying to think of a sports analogy, but I can't think of a good sports analogy outside of the National Hockey League, which you might not be familiar with. The Red Wings in the 2007 season, more of a fundamental team. Datsuk Zetterberg, and then you got the Penguins. More of a flashy team.
So you strike me more as an Avalanche guy, just very brutal, aggressive. Nice shot, by the way.
Thank you.
What's that guy's name? Claude Lemieux was just
Claude Lemieux, yeah, back in '96.
He was a beast. He was hated in the entire state of Michigan. Everyone hated him. But one of the things I've been doing is I've been asking. Well, I asked Nick. I said, "Who do you think is gonna not win a game?" And he gave me his pick. I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Who did he say?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you after you give me your pick.
Okay. Well, there's only 3 people left who have not won. It's you, Bear, and Mathis.
Okay.
I can't imagine that it would be Mathis, because I played against him and he played pretty well, but maybe he just had a little bit of beginner's luck there.
Okay. So that leaves 2 people. And
I'll say Bear.
because you're Canadian.
Because I'm playing you right now, yeah. No, but I'll say Bear because, and it's just, logic, but that doesn't mean it's right. You lost to Nick, who has experience. Mathis lost to me, who has experience. But both Rob and Bear are nearly completely unexperienced or inexperienced. So I think Bear lost to the worst opponent, no offense meant to Rob. And then as a result, he's probably the favorite to have a winless season.
Okay, so you made your decision based on logic, not necessarily on a gut feel.
Right, yeah.
Okay, that makes
That's
sense.
the way I choose to live my life.
Get over there. So Nick was telling me that 1 out of every 4 times he plays you, that's basically his win ratio.
Maybe a third.
Okay.
I don't mean to make it sound like I'm much better than Nick, but probably if you look at the lifetime win record, I might have him by a little
Wow,
bit.
that was a great shot between a window of enclosing defenders. That was a really good shot.
Different people have different goofball goals strategies, and I pretty much just play one person. Pretty much this guy is my go-to guy. Nick's got a little bit more of a team-focused approach. Not to say that one approach is better than the other necessarily.
So if I were to do the hug strats, then that's probably my best chance of beating you, huh?
It's possible. I don't know. It seems to work sometimes. I find that Nick either beats me 2-0, or occasionally I can just bust it open and win 8-1 or something like that. Just, some dice rolls. Oh, that was... I guess I can't really be mad about that not going in, but...
Does he get rattled, or it Is it like the whole once the floodgates open with Nick?
Sometimes, yeah. You know, go back to the NHL analogies. It's like when Patrick Waugh was on the Canadiens and he was playing Detroit in like 95, 96, and he let in like 8 goals in one game. You know, once you get a little chink in the armor, it becomes a little easier. But he's got some mental fortitude as well. He's pulled back from some games that should have been losses.
Yeah, I was just so impressed. He was teaching me. He was giving me some coaching after our game. He said he was teaching me the foot wedge technique, where if you get underneath it, it's an instant lift and almost an instant goal.
Yeah, the wedge is pretty important because any ball above like foot height, you can't stomp deliberately. You just got to hope that you like fall in front of it. So yeah, you try to like position yourself like this, and then you get your foot just slightly under it, and then you just hit the space bar. You get a little lift.
See, a guaranteed goal. Well, I will say this: I did learn the potato stick strat too.
Oh yeah, I scummed Mathis out of a couple goals that way, just like getting behind the net and then smashing it through the rickety kind of posts. That's an unfortunate fall right there. I like your frog technique though.
See, I'm trying to learn some patience. I do a lot of mashing, but Nick taught me that it's about just being patient. And
Nick plays positional for sure. It's dangerous. I like this little song and dance we got going in the middle here.
Speaking of song and dance,
Uh-oh.
Get in there. Oh, God. See, I'm just so impatient with these guys. The first time I heard this music, I immediately thought of The Apprentice.
Oh, really?
Do they have Canadian Apprentice? What's it called?
No, we watched American Apprentice up here. They might have a Canadian Apprentice. I don't know. But they definitely do have American Apprentice as well.
It's not like Dragon's Den, that sort of thing.
Well, we do have that as well, but I don't know. Now that I think about it, I mean, there's Canadian Big Brother, there's Canadian Shark Tank, which is Dragon's Den. We got a lot of Canadian shows. We got Amazing Race Canada as well, but I'm not sure. I don't know if we have like a Donald Trump-esque character that we can draw from up here. Like, he makes that show, but we don't have like any big like mogul personalities, I think, that we can...
What about Billy Bishop?
Billy Bishop, the World War I flying ace.
So Ryan and I we're talking about airports and Skype, and I said, wow, you guys have a Billy Bishop airport, and without hesitation, you're like, yeah, he's a stud World War I fighter. I'm like, how do you know that?
He's a Canadian hero, man.
Like, does every Canadian know that? So if I go to like Tim Hortons and say, hey, Billy Bishop, does everyone know who that is?
It depends maybe like how much they paid attention in high school, but they should, especially like if they're of a certain age. It's a guarantee, basically.
That's scum.
Dude, I did that to Mathis, and as I was doing it, I was like, you can't stop this, and I apologize, but you're going to see this goal throughout the tournament, so you might as well just...
Get prepped for it.
Yeah, exactly. See, I think you're going to have a little bit of an advantage, even though, not to be presumptuous, but it looks like you're going to start 0-2 here with not the healthiest goal differential. But you get to play the two most experienced players probably in the first 2 rounds, so you're picking up some strats and some tips, and now you just come out of the gate against the 3 others. And
that's kind of how I feel about playing you and Nick back to back. It's like ripping off the Band-Aid.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little discomfort, but then hey, the worst part's over.
Your dude is real strong.
Get in there.
Oh, okay. Go.
Go.
Just wedge him out. You can do a little dribbling. It's not easy, I'll tell you that much.
That's what the Q and E are. That's this like side shuffle. This is embarrassing.
Did Nick teach you about S as well?
Yeah. So he basically in the beginning he told me to totally negate Q and E, and just use S.
I don't know if I believe in that, but selling you a bridge on that one.
After he had a healthy lead, then he told me about Q and E. Oh, how about a first goal? Oh God. What dictates their topple rate? Or is it?
I don't know. Like, I think I sort of have a feel for it now, but I couldn't really articulate it. I basically just, if they're gonna fall over, I'm just like, get it over with and then get up as soon as you can. But you don't have too much control over it. If they're looking a little wonky, like I don't risk it if I get close to the ball. That's when I use Q and E and S, because they almost never fall over with those.
Got it. So if you're in like the danger zone, like Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer, then you just kind of like, hey, you know what? You take it easy.
Yeah, exactly. If you're close enough, And also, like, if you ever get into those situations where like you've got the ball, but there's one person directly in front of you, I like to just kind of stand there because I think if you can't get it by them, whoever kicks first loses.
So it's a bit of an armistice.
Exactly.
Reverse armistice, though.
Someone's gonna get impatient and they're gonna shoot, and then it'll bounce off of like your legs, and you can kick it in for a good chance.
Got it. Okay. So this is like kind of like the anti-sports. Like in sports, you're taught to be aggressive first, and then deal with the consequences after. Here, you're taught to be a little passive.
In those one-on-one encounters.
Yeah.
You should also you should shoot from anywhere on the field because the field is small enough that and you can't like do any defending basically. So the field is small enough you can score a goal from like your own net if you have to. I hesitate to call it a net, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's
whatever this box is. I'll just upended him there.
See, so here you just jack your shot up that. Yeah, because last time you just like one booted it through.
Yeah, that time I guess I didn't get enough velocity or something. Depends on the leverage you can get. Like the wedge that Nick taught you is really important if you can get it. You can easily score from anywhere on the field if you can reliably get that wedge down.
Yeah, that's easier said than done. Oh, let's go. Let's go. 30 seconds. Oh, God.
It's going to go wide.
You seem to do all right with the blue team.
Yeah, I learned. Maybe blue is like my new strat.
It could be a self-imposed limitation. All right, what's in here?
Nick probably wants me to play red, though, because he's used to blue as well, so... You know, the red team gets better shot power, but the blue team has better speed.
See, I'm trying to think. If I see you in the playoffs...
Yeah.
Which is it's likely. I'm just trying to think how I'd play that. Like, just the worst, like, tactic possible. Like, where I win...
Just kick it into the corner, and then like we'll just let the time run out, and then sudden death.
Yeah, that's probably my best.
Sudden death, anything can happen.
All right, well, hey, I would say good game, but no.
I'm sorry. You were ribbing me about my goal differential early, and then
I thought of everyone. You would maybe take the foot off the gas a little bit, but hey.
Hey, man, if Mathis hadn't scummed me out of that like 3-0 lead that I had on him 3 minutes into the game, maybe I would have, but. You got to take that up with him when you play him.
Yeah.
You play next?
You play Alpaca Patrol, and I play Bear Taffy.
All right. I'm interested to see if Rob beat Mathis or if Mathis beat Rob.
Well, we'll find out here. So if you guys are interested in following the live score updates, you can go to tournamentofshame.com. Ryan, it was a pleasure.
You too, man.
Hopefully I see you in the playoffs.
I would love it.
All right, I'll see you.
Later.